back at Garvey's vision. It continues to resonate across generations, across the world. We ask what Pan-Africanism means in today's world, and we're exploring its future in the 21st century with psychologist and Pan-Africanist Dr. Umar Ifatunde, and we're examining how Garvey's ideas can shape and inspire a whole new generation. Inspired him to
morning,
inspire
sir.
a whole new
Good
generation.
morning.
Good
Welcome
to have
to Smile.
you.
Glad to be with you.
Tell me a little bit about that inspiration.
My inspiration with regard to the Honorable Marcus Garvey actually came from my childhood neighborhood, the international headquarters for the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League is in North Philadelphia. My mother used to purchase my tennis shoes right next door to the Garvey house, but I never knew it was the Garvey house from 4th grade to my junior year of college. And finally, they painted it red, black, and green, and they put Garvey's picture in the window. That's when I knew. So I'm standing there, and an elder comes around the corner, Johnny Gossett. He's an ancestor now. He was the keeper of the building. He said, "May I help you?" I said, "Yes, Marcus Garvey's picture in the window. The building is red, black, and green. What's going on in here?" He said, "Come back Sunday at 3 p.m. I came back at Sunday at 3 p.m., and it's been 25 years.
Was there something specific that you heard that held you?
Well, my elementary school was 4 walking blocks away from the UNIA. So this is my neighborhood. We had Black history class in the 4th and 5th grade. So that's 9 and 10 years old. In the 6th grade, my father took me to my first family reunion in Washington, D.C. That's when I learned that I was related to the Honorable Frederick Douglass, for whom Marcus Garvey named the first Black Star Line steamship. Yes, Frederick Douglass and my 4 times great-grandfather were first cousins, half brothers, because the slave master raped both of their mothers. So that was my inspiration for Black consciousness. And then I met Garveyism around the corner.
Did you learn about Garvey in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fantastic.
Some of us have gone through all of that, but we didn't stay the road. What
Yes.
made you stay the road?
I believe I was born to do the work. I was raised, my mother Christian, Baptist. My father was Sunni Orthodox Islam. Neither one of them particularly gave us Black consciousness. They gave us good character, hard work, love and service to others, but not the Black consciousness. So for me to be how I am, I think the ancestors put it in me.
Can we talk a little bit about Black consciousness?
Sure.
What that looks like in today's world? Well, certainly where you live. No, that's my goodness, what a time.
What a time.
In the United States of America.
What a time.
But globally, when we talk about Black consciousness and when we talk about the Pan-African movement, what are we talking about that?
Pan-Africanism, I could sum up in 3 main points. All members, blood members of the African race constitute a single, unique family, and that racial identity as an African supersedes every other identity. It's more important than being Christian. It's more important than being Muslim. It's more important than being Jamaican. It's more important than being an American African. It supersedes everything. Why? Because God made us African. The only thing you belong to that God chose was your Africanity. Everything else your family chose, you chose. So for us, the African identity is supreme. Number 2, whatever is to be done for African people must be done by African people. Self-determination without any interference from any alien group. That is very important. Number 3, repatriation and reclamation of Africa. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said, "A strong man is strong everywhere." I travel all over the world. Wherever you see the Chinese, they're strong. Wherever you see the Indian, they're strong. Wherever you see the Jew or the Anglo-Saxon, they're strong. And wherever you see the African, we are economically, psychologically, and politically compromised. It is a global reality. So we would say as Pan-Africanists, and as Marcus Garvey Pan-Africanists in particular, until Africa rises, the rest of us cannot. You cannot separate the progress of Jamaica from the progress of Africa. You cannot separate the progress of Black America or Brazil or the UK or Australia, any group. You cannot separate it from the progress of Africa. As the mother goes, so goes the children.
Right. What about reparations?
Reparations is very important.
Yeah.
And as you know, this past March, President John Mahama of Ghana, and I just received my Ghanaian citizenship last year, and I have ancestry from Ghana as well, He was in New York City, the historic United Nations resolution declaring the transatlantic slave trade the worst crime in human history. Subsequent to that, he came to North Philadelphia, my neighborhood, Temple University. I had the opportunity to see him speak. I actually received my citizenship the day before he was sworn in Ghana. So I didn't get a chance to see him then because I was flying out, but I did see him in North Philadelphia. Didn't get a chance to meet, but I heard the message. So I appreciate what he did, continuing on the legacy of Osachifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and others. Reparations is key. However, we cannot wait for it. We must continue to work. My concern about the reparations push is too many diasporan Africans. We, the children of the transatlantic slave trade, we're waiting. We can't wait. We continue to fight for reparations, and we continue to fight to improve our condition where we are as it is. You cannot wait. That would be a trap.
Yep. Dr. Ifatunde, we were speaking before we came on.
Sir.
And one of my friends, when they heard I was going to interview you, he said I should ask you because you said you should not marry outside of your race.
Absolutely.
And he said, what about Jamaica? We're out of many one people, so we have different kinds of Jamaicans. We look differently. And if some people might say there's a white Jamaican. So should I not marry a Jamaican if she doesn't look like me?
My opinion on interracial marriage is identical to that of His Excellency Marcus Mosiah Garvey. No black man has any business dating, mating, or procreating outside of the race. No black woman has any business dating, mating, or procreating outside of the race. There are more black women in the world than any other population. She outnumbers everybody as a population. So if you don't like the African women in Jamaica, go to Haiti. Go to Brazil, go to Barbados, go to Africa, go to Canada. There's too many black women in the world for a black man to end up with anything other than a black woman. I do not support it at all. I have nothing against the white woman. I have nothing against the Chinese, the Asian, the Latino. They are human beings. I respect everybody. But a black man's place is next to the black woman, and a black woman's place is next to the black man, and I won't accept anything else.
Right.
Because we are God's chosen people. African people are God's chosen people. We have an obligation to rebuild the race from within. How am I helping my race? How am I helping my community when the black woman is the least likely to get married? She's the last married, the first divorce. We have all these single women with children, raising them on their own, trying to make men out of boys. How am I helping my race? By dating the daughter of a colonizer when I have so many of my own sisters who need me to help them raise them boys that they're trying to raise on their own.
Somebody would probably say the daughter of a colonizer didn't choose to be the daughter of a colonizer.
That is
may
true.
Not be a colonizer herself.
But the daughter of the colonizer had no problem accepting the benefits of the colonization. You yourself may have not been a slave owner. You yourself may have not been a colonizer, but you reap the benefits of that slavery. You reap the benefits of that colonization, and you've done nothing to level the playing field between your people and my people.
So this could be a whole, because I could say, what if the daughter were actually trying to. Anyway, we're going to go down.
Give me an example of
that. We're going to slippery slope. You have many white women who advocate for the rights of black people.
I want you
stand with. They're not black, but they don't believe in what happened to black people.
How do you actually know that? Because as a psychologist, you cannot read my mind. I can say anything and mean something completely different. Isn't that how the European took Africa?
See, no, this is why I'm telling you this could go down a whole different road, because we could take this into a whole
different road. Let's take it. Black queens forever. No bunnies never.
We only have 4 minutes. We only have 4 minutes. So we have to come off the relationship track, and let's talk a little bit about the movement now.
Yes, ma'am.
And your feeling about the Pan-African movement.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it growing? Is it taking root?
It's growing. Pan-Africanism is experiencing a resurgence. Our critics would say, though, we have to put more metal to the movement. There's a lot of theory, ideology, but now we have to put it into place. And I think with this movement toward reparations, this movement towards dual citizenship, the success in the preeminence of Captain Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso and what he's doing with the 2 other brothers there in the Sahel Alliance, is beginning to catch fire. But we have to stay focused and we must remain independent. There's no place for the Chinese in this movement. There's no place for the Indian, the Latino, the Jew, the Arab. This is for African people. We
Even if
must
they're
do it
trying to help
ourselves.
our cause?
There is no member of another race who cares enough about you to make you equal to his people. Because if you do that, if they do that, that imbalances their ability to exploit you. If Jamaica rises, how many Chinese businesses go out of business? If the black Jamaican rises, how many Indian businesses will go out of utilization? So our rise spells their economic disaster. Nobody wants to see the black man rise.
You speak later. In a nutshell, what would you say?
Sir.
I know you want people to come and
absolutely. Tonight, iNation Lounge, Old Spanish Town Road, 7 to 12 p.m. tonight. I speak at 9. I'm going to speak about Garvey, because we really need to understand that. But I'm going to speak about the unity, because although white supremacy, which is now beginning to yield to a Chinese and an Indian supremacy, because the Caucasian is losing his numerical strength, not that he ever had it, but he's getting smaller. The Chinese population is getting bigger, and India has now surpassed China as the largest nation in the world. So they're looking for places to colonize. They're looking for places to exploit. And the solution for us, as the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, the greatest weapon used against the Negro is disorganization. Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture said, if you organize a little, you get a little done. If you organize some, you get some done. But if you don't organize at all, you don't get anything.
And if you organize a lot,
yes,
a lot done.
Yes. Okay. We are where we are because of organization, not the color. We are disorganized, and that's why we are exploited.
Yep. Final question from me, Dr. Umar. From what you know about us as Jamaicans,
yes,
are we getting it right? Have we got it right?
My biggest concern for Jamaica, I expressed this 10 years ago in Ocho Rios, IRE FM. I keynoted the Garvey Day. And I expressed concern about the concessions that the Jamaican government is giving to the Chinese investor. That north-south highway that they built for $700 million and giving them a 50-year control over the tolls of that north-south highway and 1,200 acres of land to the Chinese to use as they so please, that is neocolonialism. We have to be very careful. And Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the great Osajifo, talked about this in his book, Neocolonialism. He said, the new colonialism looks like investment. And that is exactly what's happening in Jamaica. And if we do not stop, 50 to 75 years from now, the Chinese flag will be flying on this island and not Jamaica. Marcus Garvey turns in his grave. Paul Bogle turns in his grave. Sam Sharp, Nanny, Captain Cujo, they're turning in their grave because the very thing that they talked about, sovereignty for Jamaica, is at risk because we won't stop accepting the so-called investment, which is nothing but a disguise for neocolonialism.
Thanks for coming, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great to see you.
Where do we see you later now?
iNation, Old Spanish Town Road.
What time?
7 to 12. Dr. Umar speaks at 9.
There's a flyer on screen. If you want to hear more from Doc, powerful speaker, whether you agree or disagree with what he has to say. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, my queen.
Psychologist and Pan-Africanist, Dr. Umar Ifatunde.
What does Ifatunde mean?
Destiny has returned.
Good to see you.
Likewise, Baba.
Yep. Going to go for a break. We examined land settlements and the law.
Okay, Doc could stick around for that one too. We'll be right back.